Now, for those of you who don't know me, I am Debo Brown. I am Lawrence. We are Lawrence. I need to make sure that everybody here understands one thing, and that is that you are united in one voice. They hear the message, but there's no action behind it. So you folks can do one of two things. You can try to come into the city of Lawrence and break us down, or you can come into the city of Lawrence and stand it back up.
Yep, that's a good word.
Everybody here
Good word right there.
has chosen, in my eyes, to stand up in front of our golden eagle and demand justice and equality for all in the city of Lawrence.
Justice! We came in peace.
Now, I want you guys to understand my reasoning for putting this together. A lot of people have gone to social media to tell you that you shouldn't come talk to the police. They told you that you shouldn't come talk to the mayor. Well, let me ask you this. When your car needs an oil change, do you take it to a tire shop? No. When your transmission fails on your vehicle, do you take it to the chicken store? When your child is sick, needs medical attention, do you take it to the flea market? No. You take your baby to where that issue is going to be addressed, the hospital. You take your vehicle for the oil change to the oil shop. So don't for 1 second let anyone change the common sense that you have, which is you need to stand up, which we have done. You need to let your voice be heard, which all of Lawrence can hear us. And lastly, you need to speak to the people in positions that have the power to change this. Yes. Now, if you have a problem with police brutality, who are we going to talk to?
The police.
The police. Who runs the city, makes the policies in Lawrence?
The mayor.
Now you understand why you're here? Yes. Now do you understand why Lawrence, this group, is on the cusp of making history?
Yes.
This is the United Lawrence that I grew up in. This is the United Lawrence that I love, regardless of what anyone tries to tell you. Young lady, if I can, would you be willing to stand here for me? Yes, I would like you to stand there for me. Because regardless of what people tell you about what happened on Friday, this is the future. The youth. She's here. She's willing to meet with the police to change the lives of all of us, as well as her immediate circle, the youth. So for all of the youth that still decided to come today, I applaud you. Because there's grown-ass people who don't have the balls to stand up here like you did. Give her a round of applause. Thank you. And when I tell you that Lawrence can unite and other people don't, show them this. Show them this amazingly brave young lady who is willing to stand up and represent Lawrence like I know you can. Black lives matter. 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 Now that my voice is gone, they show up with the bullhorn. Thank you.
You did a great job.
And that's indicative. They see that my voice is getting frail. They see that it's starting to crack. And Martha Velez from the city of Lawrence steps up.
Good job, Martha!
That's indicative of our city. That is the resolve that Lawrenceans hold. You think a gas explosion couldn't break us? It didn't. Come on. You think a second gas explosion could break us? No. Didn't. I know you guys are the toughest people in the country, if not the world. So when I say Lawrence Strong, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not here to sell you hopes and dreams. They're not lying to you when they tell you I don't live in Lawrence. I don't. I live in New Hampshire. But, sorry. Lawrence isn't where you live. For me, Lawrence is who you are. Lawrence defines how you live your life, how you come together as a community. During the gas explosions, that taught me one thing, that no matter how hard it gets, we are Lawrence. And we are going to survive, and we are going to move forward. And no matter how dark the storm, the sun always comes back out. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I know we just did a moment of silence, but one of the things that about this murder that is the most impactful after you get over the fact that a human being lost their life is that for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, one human being has his knee on another human being's neck. I'm not sure we really appreciate what 8:46 is. And I had to stand and wait. We did a moment of silence at the State House. And I think you have to experience what that feels like. So we're going to wait. I know we just did a moment of silence for unity. I just want to do a quick, do the count on 8:46. You do it?
Thank you.
Because this is about that instance. Good. Start now. Go ahead, take a knee. Latino growing up in Lawrence, the son of an immigrant woman, this brings deep pain to me. And I have to balance that with my responsibility as your mayor. But I have to say that when we come to this country, or we were born in this country, citizens of this country, we have a social contract with each other. People like to say life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If black and brown people can't have life and liberty, no one can have a pursuit of happiness. It's very important that we do all of it for everyone. Now, we, in our government, in the city of Lawrence, we could always do better. Always can do better.
We all can.
And we stand ready to do whatever we can to make it better. The Chief Vass, myself, I know the city councilors that are here, school committee, all of us are ready to do better. Todos somos iguales, igual. And I want to just leave you with this thing. We have to all do better. It's not enough just to be angry. God knows I'm angry.
Yeah.
God knows we're all angry. And officers are free to come through the crowd if they want. We are all angry. It affects us all the same. We all have to make choices on this. And I mean, it affects us all the same because we have to live with each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, Black Lives Matter. And we can't talk about other lives if one life isn't being valued the same as everybody else. We'll talk about all lives later. Black Lives Matter.
Thank you.
The work to make sure that everybody knows that. And that's not just about police brutality, that's about economic justice and the rest. But let me tell you something, I'm here to tell you that we gotta be united on it. We all gotta be angry, we all gotta be fighting together, allies, and look for allies. Don't push allies away. People are trying to understand this. People are not everybody understands, not everybody has lived it. Like some of us have lived it all our lives. They're trying to understand it. Embrace our allies. I'm gonna get off now, I just want to again. 8 minutes and 46 seconds, and that's minute 6, he lost his life. It's a lifetime to do that. We got to make sure it never happens again. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you were asking where our police officers were. I want you to know they're standing right here with us. With us. With us. And know this. And know this. There are many who bear the badge, who are living out the protect and serve commitment, who do not want injustice to continue to prevail. These men and these women, they stand with us and they also want changes. They want changes because they too believe Black Lives Matter. Come on, somebody, and let's give our good officers a round of applause. God bless everyone. Let me just give the glory to God. Let me give glory to God for the opportunity for once again Lawrence, Massachusetts,
And
being
I would like you guys to
the pinnacle of movement here in the United States of America. Throughout the history of our nation, you will see that the East Coast, the New England region, has always brought change across the whole nation of the United States of America. This is, and forever will be, Immigrant City, Lawrence, Massachusetts. We host a variety of different races here today. The movement, the purpose that we are here is to stand up against police brutality. Let's focus on that. Can we get an amen for that? We are here not to address and pinpoint fingers. It is not one person. Our enemy is not the people you see around you. It is an idea. It is a feeling, a thought and emotion process that we must change through loving each other. If we come here and we voice out our anger
and try to pressure these people, we would just add on to the chaotic problems going on around us. Friday night, I was at the protest with the youth of Lawrence, Massachusetts, with the Black Movement. A lot of people were not there because they were afraid. They wanted violence. There were helicopters around us. The Eagle Tribune, along with other people, were there trying to spark some sort of movement where they again see Lawrence in violence. And guess what? We shut them up, and that did not occur Friday night. Because this city for too long has been praying on their knees from Mayor Dan Rivera. My pastor here, Jarvis, come over here, Pastor. He's been my pastor since the youth, since the kid. Yes, I've been exposed to marijuana. Yes, I've drank. I've had sex before marriage. But this city has something that we love each other. And we are going to educate the city on all these topics that's going on. We need to start having funding for organizations to start educating our city on Black lives, on Black history, and what happened here today, June 7th, 2020. Because as you can see today, our leaders are not educated as to what's going on with these lives.
Exactly.
We need money to educate these kids. I see a lot of fancy police cars. That's a lot of money. I'm just asking for $5,000 to educate a classroom real quick about this history, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Look at everybody that's here today. If all of you gather around $5, contribute to something per month, we will get $10,000, $20,000. If the mayor directs that to educating our leaders, and we need that. And that's all I wanted to say.
African, everything. Humanos, todos somos iguales.
Todos somos iguales.
And that's all I want to say. Before we leave here today, we got to do a prayer. I'm gonna leave the mic to everyone else that wants to speak. But this is the vision. Lawrence was an example of love. It will be that, a new era. Lawrence did not satisfy the thirst that the world wanted to see. They wanted to see violence in Lawrence, and that did not occur. We shut the world up. Lawrence, Massachusetts is united.
Como pastor latino aquí en el área, pido a los pastores que están aquí que se reúnan alrededor y pido a la policía que está presente que venga para que nosotros oremos y se produzcan cambios en la vida y en las instituciones. Todos unidos como un solo cuerpo. Señor, te damos gracias por la oportunidad que nos permite el estar aquí todos reunidos, Señor. Mira que estamos recordando los derechos de cada uno de los habitantes de esta ciudad. Te pedimos ahora que traigas cambios, Señor Jesús, en todas las autoridades, cambios espirituales, cambios en sus corazones, que no haya más racismo, que no haya más dolencias, que no haya más muertes, que no haya más complicaciones, Señor Jesús, y delitos. En el nombre de Jesús pedimos tu bendición y nos unimos, Señor Jesús, a este dolor que tiene el pueblo hoy en día, Señor, y declaramos, Señor Jesús, que esto se calma y se cambia, Señor Jesús, que ya no van a haber más muertes como la de este hombre que acaba, sino que ahora en adelante las cosas van a ser diferentes. En el nombre de Jesús te lo pedimos, Señor, y te damos gracias. George Floyd, en el nombre de Jesús te damos gracias, Señor. Amén y amén.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Eric Garner. Everything, life.
Folks, can I just say something very briefly? In 2017, I retired as a prosecutor after 20 years in the criminal justice system. I work beside some very good cops, but it's a broken system. It's an unjust system. And I apologize. I apologize for standing silent for 20 years in the face of injustice.
Thank you. Thank you.
I beg your forgiveness.
Thank you.
And I thank you for changing my mind and changing my heart.
Oh, you're welcome. What are you going to do?
And I ask you now, we have to make systemic changes. I'm now working as a criminal defense attorney. You've changed my heart, you've changed your mind, you're justifiably angry. We get it and we're sorry. And we will change things. And I ask you today, just honor me, please, to sing with me. We shall overcome today. We shall overcome today.
It's not about you! It's not about you!
We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
It's not about you! You're not black! Take a seat!
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter! 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 Black lives matter!
This is not about if all the houses in Lawrence are important. It's which one are on fire. All the houses the same, but which one are on fire is the black houses.
That's right.
We cannot keep silence. We have to say now because now is the time.
That's right.
We cannot let that happen again.
That's right.
We have to fight for its right, for white or any color. Black or any color is the same. We can't stop saying what we believe. If he doesn't stop, we're gonna come back for more. If he come back, we come back for more. We gotta be strong.
That's right.
It's good enough. Every time something happens, it just lasts for a month or two. And then the thing is starting again and again and again. Are you sick and tired of this? I'm sick and tired of this. Today is black people. Tomorrow will be Hispanic. Later will be Asian.
That's
And
right.
we do the same. The pain is the only thing that get us all together. The pain doesn't have a color. The pain doesn't have a race. The pain is for everybody. Everybody's here is because have a pain. And it's good enough now to stop whatever's going on. Because if we don't do now, we all, our children, and all your grandson is going to suffer more. If we don't stop now, we are cowards. We are anything else, but we know patriots.
That's right.
A patriot is the one who stands up for it's wrong. And if something is right, you say it's right. The police department doesn't have the problem. The problem is the toleration of the boss, the toleration of the city, the toleration of the society. Because something is wrong, doesn't matter what it is. Black lives matter.
Yes, they do.
Black lives matter for us. Black lives matter for you. Black lives matter for me and for my children. This is the time. Don't let it waste it. Looting places, stealing for people who doesn't have nothing to do with this.
My name is Mia. This is my poster. I had to write down all those names of people who died because of the color of their skin. I'm tired of making hashtags. I'm tired of doing protests.
That's right.
Enough. We came here to say all Black Lives Matter, not So for 2 years ago, there was a man that said, I pledge allegiance to your flag of United States of America, to your republic, for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for who? For it was a kid. It was a kid, 17 years old. And now I'm standing here today, only 15, still looking at these Black Lives Matter posters, saying, where's it at? Where is it at? Where can I find my peace? Where can I find my justice? I got black brothers and sisters, and I'm still fighting for this. We're still putting up those posters. We're still calling out names. Where is it gonna end? Where is it gonna end? We've been doing this for 400 years. Even back then in slavery. Where is it then? We fought for our rights. We got it. We fought for our freedom. We got it. Why is it that the papers in those freaking books don't give us the freaking right to freaking do whatever we want? Just live in peace. Just walk out. Get some snacks. Get whatever. But yet we're still looked at as different. We're all different. We all stand here different. We all stand as one. Where can this violence end? When could we stop saying, when is my turn next? You want to see your kids grow up to be football players. The NFL saying, oh, what about me? OBJ, what about me? What if I was next? What about everybody else?
I would like to just say that I'm 19 years old. I was raised in Lawrence, Massachusetts my whole life. A few women today say some names that I did not know. That there has been injustice in this city that I did not know of.
That's right.
I just finished my first year at Northeastern University. I am a criminal justice student. I will one day join law enforcement, and I will do everything in my power to not only represent Lawrence, but Black lives and Black women in law enforcement. We all talk about bad cops, but there are good cops too. But what is worse is that there are cops here in this city and here in this whole country that don't speak up when they have the time to do it. That they stay silent when they see these injustices and do nothing. I see a few cops here today. I see Chief Vasquez here today. I encourage them to stand up here and say something, because this is their time to speak up when they don't have the time to do it. I encourage you, one of you guys, and Chief Vasquez, to take this microphone from me and say something to the city of Lawrence and to our whole country.
Chief Vasquez! Chief
Thank you. Very eloquent words, obviously felt there. We wanted this to happen so that you all can have an opportunity to speak together, united, without our intervention. We then felt that we needed to come by and show our presence when we were asked.
Thank you.
But again, our initial thought was we wanted you all to have a space that you could have this forum, you could have this discussion, you could have a united voice, if you will, without us, quite frankly. But certainly we understand that we need to be united together to move this cause forward.
Yes. Yes.
We want to be the change agent for you in this country. We want to be an example here in Lawrence for the rest of the Commonwealth and the country.
Yes.
Yes.
It's important that you know, police officers were angry,
Yes, they were.
disappointed, heartbroken
Yes, they were.
at what happened in Minneapolis. And not only in Minneapolis, in Buffalo,
Yes.
Atlanta,
And
New Orleans,
And
yes, in Lawrence, when something happens, exactly. Because not all police officers are bad. Police officers are from the community. Police officers are human. But when something happens, when they do wrong, they need to be removed. They will be removed. No one was happier. No one was happier than I was. No one was happier than I was how quickly Minnesota acted to fire and charge with murder there about those officers. That's exactly what needed to happen. That's exactly the message that needed to be sent to anyone out there, police officers thinking about doing the same. So it's important you understand that we do not want to be represented by that sort of action either. We want to be committed to equality and justice policing for all.
How do we guarantee
This department has gone a long way. We are, I'm telling you, above the curve in terms of policing in this country, for training, for hiring. With the graduation of this class coming up in a few weeks, we will be, for the first time in the history of Lawrence, a minority-majority police department. A department that reflects the nationality of the people. Because of that, those officers are from this community. Those officers know this community. Those officers will police this community with equality. That's what we want. So I commend you for this, and I don't want this to end here. And I'll tell you this, we did not want to come to this initially because we wanted to give you a voice to do this. My thoughts were, afterwards, we continue the dialogue and we have a united march, if you will. A united coming together, the police and the community, to move it forward. So thank you for this opportunity. You have our pledge that we want to be the change agent here and around the country. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amen. She's all right. This is the last thing. Let's keep rolling with that.
Now, I wrote something out in frustration yesterday because after seeing everything, it's really angered me. There's these quotes everybody has heard about. For example, dreams can come true if you try. Then why the hell does this dream not come true? Why does it no matter the fights we put up, it never becomes a reality? Why does the oppression and racism still exist if dreams can come true? No matter how many times we repair upon it, it's never fulfilled. Now here's another one. Don't judge a book by its cover. So then how come the black cover gets picked up the most and judged the most? Why does that specific book get picked up and their future's already deemed to be the worst? You see how the world contradicts itself and become a hypocrite before our eyes? What's heartbreaking is that there has been years, generations, and decades of this conflict occurring, yet there has been no stop to it. The fact that I'm only 16 and I feel for my black friends, I feel for my own black mother because she's a color not many are fond of. The fact there are kids younger than me who have to witness these unfair acts. The fact that their childhood can be stripped away from them by having to be a witness or even be a victim themselves. The fact that little black kids are afraid of being their own color and stepping outside to then getting possibly killed for having more pigment than others would like. The fact that someone can be so damn selfish and ignorant to rule out these specific people as less. What saddens me is that even the elderly have to grow old and see how the world hasn't changed. In their own lifetime, some have protested and taken part in this injustice. There has been wars for this problem, and for them to have to acknowledge that we're only going back in time hurts me. When I was younger, I would think of history as something that happened in the past and wouldn't repeat. I've been proven wrong and I don't like it.
How blessed are we with the young people of this city? The young people of this city. Wow. Thank you all for coming out on behalf of everybody. God bless. Have a wonderful evening. Let's leave and let's keep this conversation going. Peace.
And I really do think that this is the beginning of a reckoning that this country has to have about, you know, the way black people are treated. People, it's just, this is the reckoning. If you don't want people in the streets, if you want people breaking things, you have to, you know, be equal in the way you treat people. This is not because people want to create trouble. You think these kids want to be out here yelling and screaming? You know, I'm pretty sure they want to be out skateboarding and, you know, doing fun stuff, dealing with the virus. Probably got sick family members. So this is a reckoning. This is really about this country dealing with this international racism, this institutional racism. Now, it's always like everybody wants to know, well, what are you doing in Lawrence? This really isn't about me. I think we are doing a lot to forward this cause. We fired bad police officers at a rate higher probably than any already seen in a generation. So we're both firing bad police officers and we're hiring good police officers. That's why you get what the chief said about having it be more than 50% people of color in the police department, tripling the number of women. That stuff, we're doing those things, but that still doesn't change the fact that people are just angry and upset that a human being could kneel on another human being's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. It's a lifetime. And at minute 6, he lost his life. So I think that that's what you're seeing here. I think everyone came in peace. You know, I think there was a lot of publicity and hype about vandalism and stuff like that. And it happened in some places, but it didn't happen in Lawrence. It was never expected to happen in Lawrence. I think there was a lot of fear raised, but we again, when you are always out protesting, you know that there's going to be a level of anger, and that's going to be peaceful. People know that it's not productive not to be peaceful.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, that was great.